Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, Yutsa Bhatrai. The top stories first. Coronavirus claims 2 more lives in the country. Total number of infection crosses 3,200. High-level committee holds discussions on reopening industries, prepares to present the draft to the Council of Ministers today. Nepali Congress organizes protest against payment of tax. The main opposition party says paying tax during lockdown no plausible. Global coronavirus cases top 7 million. Outbreak grows in Brazil and India. And Bayern Munich seals a super victory against Bayer Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz becomes youngest goal scorer at 17. And now, the news in detail. 2 more people have died of coronavirus in Nepal, taking the toll to 13 within the country. According to the Health Ministry, a 58-year-old man from Dolpa and a 55-year-old woman from Thangari were the latest victims of the virus. The ministry confirmed during a regular press meet yesterday that the man from Dolpa died last Thursday, while the woman from Thangari breathed her last on Friday.
व्यक्ति 58 वर्षीय पुरुष जो जगदुल्ला डोल्पाका हुनुहुन्छ उहाँको 16 गते सुर्खेतबाट जानुभएको 18 गते डोल्पा पुगेर क्वारेन्टाइनमा रहनु भएको थियो र 21 गते राति 2 बजे यानी कि बिहानको 2 बजे सबेरै मृत्यु भएको छ। उहाँ दमको रोगी भनेर हामीलाई जानकारी प्राप्त भएको छ। 55 वर्षीय महिला जो धनगढी 4 की हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ डायलाइसिस गर्नुहुन्थ्यो किडनीको बिरामी उहाँलाई कोभिडका अन्य सिम्पटमहरु नदेखिएको तर मृगोलाको रोगी हुनुहुन्थ्यो। उहाँको पीसीआर विधिबाट पोजिटिभ आएको छ सेती प्रयोगशालामा। यसरी आज 2 जना थप गरी कुल देशभर मृत्यु भएका केसहरु जसमा कोभिड-19 पोजिटिभ पीसीआर विधिबाट गर्दा संख्या 13 पुगेको छ।
The ministry informed that 323 new cases of coronavirus were reported yesterday. Most of them are reported to be males. With this, the number of confirmed cases of coronavirus in Nepal has reached 3,235. Among them, 3,003 are male and 232 are female.
यसरी नयाँ संक्रमितको कुल संख्या आजको पछिल्लो अपडेटमा 323 जना उहाँहरु मध्ये 286 जना पुरुष र 37 जना महिला जम्मा देशभरका संक्रमितहरुको कुल संख्या 3235 पुगेको छ। पुरुषहरु 3003 जना र महिलाहरु 232 जना हुनुहुन्छ।
Meanwhile, spokesperson at the Health Ministry, Dr. Vikas Devkota, said that 32 people infected with coronavirus were discharged yesterday after full recovery. The total number of persons recovering from disease has reached 365 in the country. Currently, more than 168,000 persons have been kept in quarantine across the country. The high-level committee to prevent coronavirus has started discussing on the draft to reopen industries. A meeting of the committee on Saturday held discussions on gradually allowing economic activities to restart in the country. According to the Secretary of the Prime Minister's Office, Narayan Prasad Bidari, the committee had prepared a draft which proposes allowing phase-wise reopening of businesses, banks, agricultural sector and other emergency services including health service.
आर्थिक क्रियाकलापहरू, बैंकिङ कारोबारहरू, कृषिजन्य उद्योग व्यवसायहरू र अत्यावश्यक सेवाका क्षेत्रहरू, उपचार तथा अस्पताल तथा प्रयोगशाला आदि लगायतका क्षेत्रहरू यिनी व्यवस्थाहरूलाई सहजता दिलाउँदै अगाडि बढ्ने क्रमशः सहजता दिलाउँदै चरणबद्ध रूपमा यसलाई सहजीकरण गर्दै जाने तर्फको अहिले कार्ययोजना मस्यौदा तयार भएर त्यस उपरको छलफल भर्खर सम्पन्न भएको छ।
With the extension of lockdown time and again, industrialists have been pressing the government to reopen the closed industries. The committee is preparing to present the draft to the Council of Ministers today. The main opposition party, Nepali Congress, held a protest in Birganj demanding that the government exempt tax for the lockdown period. The leaders and the cadres from the Congress party were on the streets of Adarsanagar in Birganj yesterday, demanding that the government exempt all taxes, interest rates of banks and the electricity bill for the lockdown period. The protesters said the government has turned a blind eye on the issue of starvation and instead has focused on tax collection. The cadres of the Parsa division of the Congress party even conducted a small congression while maintaining physical distancing rules. The speakers at the congression said the government's decision to ask the public to stay at home for more than 2 months and then force them to pay taxes has malified intention. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Land Revenue Office will resume operation throughout the nation starting from today. The Department of Land Management published a notice yesterday directing the office to resume services starting from today. Respective chief of offices and limited employees have been directed to resume essential service, including internal administration, taking proper precautions. All government offices have remained shut since March 24 after the government announced a lockdown to contain the spread of novel coronavirus. Nepalese currency worth 1.5 million rupees has been confiscated by a team of armed police force at the Indo-Nepal border. AFP's security force deployed at Simraungad Municipality 6 Amarpur seized the currency along with smuggled garment for the evading custom duty, informed SP Digvijay Subedi. Investigations have started over the currency and garments which were found unattended. SP Subedi added, upon preliminary investigation, police have found that the cash is a part of Hundi business. SP Subedi also reaffirmed security around the border has been tightened as smuggling hasn't come to a halt despite the lockdown. Earlier on March 13, AFP had detained an Indian citizen and confiscated 1.2 million Nepalese currency from him. A holding centre has been set up by Nepal Army at Jamunaha entry point in Nepalganj for facilitation of Nepalese returning from India. The parking space of the Department of Customs Nepalganj has been made available for setting up the holding centre. District Administration Office Bake, Department of Customs, Department of Transportation, Nepal Police, Armed Police and different organisations had coordinated with Nepal Army to set up the centre.
राम्रो हो यो हामीलाई एकदम धोका दियो भन्ने त्यो कुनै छैन राम्रो तर कि चाहिँ अब मान्छे पारी गइसक्यो जसरी नि त्यहाँ इष्ट गरेर हैन त्यो गाडीले ल्याओस् भन्ने सोच भयो त राम्रै हुन्थ्यो अरु मान्छे गाडी चाहिँ एकदम के सीमित तरिकाले छोड्दिने त्यो भए हुन्थ्यो गाडी फेरि सीमित भन्दा अलि धेरै भयो अनियमितताले हिँड्ने भएर पनि अलिकति गाह्रो चाहिँ गाडीवालालाई छ.
The management of returnees from India has substantially improved after the creation of the holding centre. Bus drivers coming from different districts to take the returnees home have confirmed it has become much easier to take back the passengers, unlike in the past month.
हामी बिस्किट छ त्यसमा बिस्किट 2 प्याकेट बिस्किट राखेका छौं. अर्को चाहिँ स्याउ पनि छ त्यसमा र मिठाई छ त्यसैगरी नमकिन त्यति सामान हामी दिइराका छौं. र यो खास गरी दिनभरि चाहिँ किनभने पालो पालो गरेर खानुहुन्छ किनभने एकैचोटी अब भात र दाल दियो भने खराब पनि हुन सक्छ. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि त्यो खराब नहोस् भन्ने हिसाबले बाटोमा पनि तिनीहरूले खान सक्छ.
The holding centre also provides packaged food to passengers waiting to return home. Packaged food has also been managed for the returnees by local organisations assisted by the Customs Department, informed a representative of the UNESCO club, Ghulam Ghosh Qadri. Hundreds of Nepalese have been returning home since India eased lockdown restrictions last week. Nepal Army has also been playing a vital role in sending back such citizens to their respective districts by generating vehicle passes. And now, the news from Economic Front. Rupees 3 billion has been invested in the foreign and domestic industries operating in Nepal in the last 1 month of the lockdown. According to the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies, in a period of 1 month, investment of rupees 2.74 billion has been sanctioned in 15 industries, 4 of which are domestic and 11 are foreign. According to the ministry, the Department of Industry has recorded rupees 927 million foreign investment in 11 industries and a rupees 1.82 billion domestic investment in 4 new industries. According to the ministry, majority of the investment has come from China. Rupees 727 million has been received from China for 7 industries and rupees 50 million each from India, South Korea, the Netherlands and Malaysia. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international. Welcome back, and now the international news. Global cases of the novel coronavirus topped 7 million on Saturday, Reuters reported. The news agency said cases have surged in Brazil and India. About 30% of those cases, or 2 million infections, are in the United States. Latin America has the second largest outbreak with over 15% of cases. Globally, deaths from the novel coronavirus are approaching 400,000. The United States accounts for about 1/4 of all fatalities, but deaths in South America are rapidly rising. The number of deaths linked to COVID-19 in just 5 months is now equal to the number of people who die annually from malaria. The United States has the highest death toll in the world at almost 110,000. Fatalities in Brazil are rising rapidly, and the country may overtake the United Kingdom to have the second largest number of deaths in the world. The total number of deaths is believed to be higher than the officially reported 400,000, as many countries lack supplies to test all victims, and some countries do not count deaths outside of hospitals. Thousands of people took to the streets in European and Asian cities on Saturday, demonstrating in support of US protest against police brutality. The global protests reflect a rising anger over police treatment of ethnic minorities, sparked by the May 25 killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. The white officer knelt on Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes with fellow officers beside him. After a largely peaceful protest in London, a few demonstrators near British Prime Minister Boris Johnson's residence threw bottles at police. Earlier, more than 1,000 protesters had marched past the US Embassy, blocking traffic and holding placards. Many thousands had also crowded into the square outside Parliament, holding placards reading Black Lives Matter, ignoring government advice to avoid large gatherings due to the risk from coronavirus. Police in the German city of Hamburg used pepper spray on protesters and said they were ready to deploy water cannons. In Paris, the authorities banned demonstrations planned outside the United States Embassy and on the lawns near the Eiffel Tower. This is Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Bayern Munich made a stunning comeback to defeat 5th-placed Bayer Leverkusen by 4-2. Bayern now requires 2 wins from the last 4 games to lift their 8th straight Bundesliga title after performing extremely well against Leverkusen. 3 Germans on Bayern's middle beach, Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka and Thomas Muller, proved to be crucial for the win. Robert Lewandowski scored his 30th league goal of the season. Kingsley Coman, Leon Goretzka and Serge Gnabry all netted in the first half following Lucas Alario's opener for Leverkusen. Bayern have lost just 2 games in 28 since coach Hansi Flick replaced the sacked Nico Kovac in November and come up against Eintracht Frankfurt in the German Cup semi-final on Wednesday. In the meantime, 17 years old Florian Wirtz scored his first Bundesliga goal against Bayern and became Bundesliga's youngest goal scorer in history. In other matches, relegation-bound Paderborn held third-placed RB Leipzig to a 1-1 draw, and Mainz conquered Eintracht Frankfurt by 2 goals. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Coronavirus claims 2 more lives in the country. Total number of infection crosses 3,200. High-level committee holds a discussion on reopening industries. Prepares to present the draft to the Council of Ministers today. Nepali Congress organizes protest against payment of tax. The main opposition party says paying tax during lockdown no plausible. Global coronavirus cases top 7 million. Outbreak grows in Brazil and India. And Bayern Munich seals a super victory against Bayer Leverkusen. Florian Wirtz becomes youngest goal scorer at 17. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website at janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.